Following the 9/11 attack, President Bush declares war against Al-Qaeda and Taliban. Hey everyone, this is Status Quo and this is part 3 of the US-Afghan war series, and in this video we'll be explaining the US invasion of Afghan. And we'd like to thank you guys for 50 subscribers, it really means a lot to us. The first move by the US and Allied forces was to gain support of the Northern Alliance, aka the former Mujahideen. This was done by the CIA task force. Next, the US Air Force bombed and cleared Taliban air base and set up camp along with NATO and Northern Alliance forces. The US forces stormed the key cities under Taliban control and took over them, and most capitals surrendered sooner than predicted, thus marking the end of Taliban's power. But the major leaders of Taliban and Al-Qaeda, including Osama bin Laden, had somehow escaped. They were suspected to have been airlifted by ISIS. Considering that the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda was the main mission, one of history's biggest manhunt was set in motion. The US and Allied forces were believed to have come closest to capturing Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden when they had been located in their mountain stronghold, Tora Bora. But somehow Osama bin Laden and other important leaders of Taliban and Al-Qaeda had managed to escape in the nick of time to Pakistan with the help of Pakistani and Afghan forces. And soon the Taliban's and Al-Qaeda's bases had been set up in Pakistan too. With Taliban and Al-Qaeda bases supposedly removed, the US and Allies' focus turned to the rebuilding of Afghan. Finance, training, and equipment was supplied to the country and its army. But this wasn't close to sufficient considering the level of damage in Afghan. The US in the middle started shifting its focus to Iraq and neglecting Afghan. And around this period of time, the Taliban began to rise again. And along with that, the anti-foreigner sentiment started to increase. US forces tried to stop the resurgence of Taliban power with little to no success. The next US President, Barack Obama, promised to focus attention and resources on the faltering war effort in Afghan. He approved sending more troops to Afghan, which led to many pros and cons, one of the pros being the capture and killing of many Taliban leaders. And by 2011, the primary war objective were completed. Al-Qaeda's leader, Osama bin Laden, after a decade of eluding US forces, was dead on May 2, 2011, after they located him in a secure compound in Pakistan. Troops in Afghan was reduced and a complete withdrawal was planned on 2014. In 2012, tensions between US and Afghan provoked public outrage and riots. Meanwhile, 2 agreements were signed between US and Afghan, allowing US and Afghan to reach a further agreement which expressed that the US forces would stay in Afghan even after 2014. Even if the idea was largely unpopular, many Afghans feared that a sudden withdrawal will lead to chaos. And even though President Karzai refused to sign the agreement, as soon as the new president was elected, President Ashraf Ghani, he immediately signed it. The US and NATO forces officially ended their combat mission in Afghan on December 28, 2014. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.